What are we doing here?
So right here is just prepping the ribs. I like to pull that membrane off the back. It's kind of a pain to get off there sometimes. So
Is it worth it?
it's very worth it. Very worth it. Can just take a little bit of time to get it off of there.
What's the benefits?
Benefits, you're not chewing through a piece of rubber on the back of your ribs when you want to bite through them. You don't want to bite through that big old piece of rubber is what I call it.
So it helps them fall apart off the bone a little bit better too?
Absolutely. Then when you're putting your juice on both sides, it kind of helps penetrate a little bit better.
That membrane's kind of like the condom of the rib.
That's right. Once you get her started though, she'll pop right off there. The next thing I'm going to do is just let them rest, let them set to room temperature for a little bit. Let some of the natural oils in the meat start flowing out of it. And we'll be back.
We call these 3-2-1 ribs.
3-2-1.
We'll explain the process later when we throw them on the grill. We'll have a pretty good Super Bowl Sunday. Okay, so these have gotten up to room temperature.
Yeah, they're a little colder, but I like to put some of the seasoning on it. Let them sit a little while.
Cavenders.
Seasoning of the gods. It's really good shit.
It's my favorite seasoning.
I go pretty heavy for Cavender lovers. You try it once.
Oh,
You'll
yeah.
love it. I believe it should be on anything. I eat it on everything.
It does go good on everything. What else we got?
And here today we got some Traeger seasoning.
Oh, right from the store.
Prime rib rub.
Signature series.
Never tried it before. I've heard it's delicious. We're going to give it a whirl today on these ribs. It is a rub, so we'll get it on there nice and thick.
That's a coarse rub.
That is a very coarse rub. I like to take her. The bottoms you don't have to be near as precise with. Just make sure you rub that in a little bit so it sticks to them. When we flip them over, and we'll get.
Kind of exfoliates the meat.
Yeah, right.
These are pretty healthy racks. How much do these weigh?
They're about 3 pounds a piece, I was told. Local butcher shop, Fairway. Some of the best meat around here, anyways.
That's an Iowa staple grocery chain.
And it's we got really good meat. They'll cut anything down, trim it, do it however you want it. And all you gotta do is ask.
That prime rib rub is smelling pretty good.
That prime rib rub does smell wonderful. I've heard good things about it, so I thought we'd give it a try today.
You can probably get that on Traeger.com, right?
You can absolutely get that on Traeger.com or your local Arnold's Motor Supply. That's who carries a lot of the Traeger stuff around here.
That's true. That's true.
That's right. That's where I get a lot of mine at. Just gonna kind of pat that into them. Some people like to rub it. I like to pat it when it actually sets it in there.
Yeah, sometimes if you rub it, you're just taking the rub right off the meat again.
And for now, once again, we are done for a little bit. We're going to let that sit and just kind of marinate.
Ready to throw the old ribs on?
Yeah, it's at room temperature. Got the smoker fired up, smoke only. This is where the time comes involved. You got to smoke them for 3 hours on smoke only. Not much heat there.
That's the first stage in the 3-2-1 ribs.
3 hours. Take
Done.
one of these bush lights.
Crack a cold one.
I just set it in there, and there ain't much heat there right now, but it does help keep a little moisture in there. So what we're going to do is put these on 3 hours. Like I said, smoke only. Not even going to take a look at them.
Nope. We're just going to check back in 3 hours.
Check back in 3 hours. Alright. 3 hours on the smoker.
Stage 1 complete.
Stage 1 complete. Now while I'm doing this, I crank my temperature up a little bit as I'm preparing these. Double wrap them, of course. Put them in there.
Some 100% apple juice.
100% apple juice.
Just to let them bathe in it.
They're going to create a lot of juice of their own too, so. And this right here is squeezed butter.
And what does that do?
This is going to make them delicious.
Really?
I just basically stole this off of other cooking shows, other barbecue shows. They all swear by it, so we're gonna give it a try of our own. The other secret to this is to wrap these ribs tight. You'll hear any good barbecuer on TV, any of them shows you watch, they'll all tell you to wrap your ribs tight.
Keeps everything in there. That looks good.
Let's see if I got any butter left in this one. Use it all up.
That's why we got 2 bottles.
Call that one good. I ain't gonna fight with it.
No, you don't. You got another bottle there.
Another bottle right here. I know what you're saying.
Yeah?
Looks like a lot of butter.
That is a lot of butter, considering you've used almost 1 bottle per rack.
And then basically all it's going to do is cook in there, get it nice, tender, and then when we pull it back out and set it on the grill, a lot of that butter's going to come out of it. So
And this is step 2.
this is step 2.
This goes on for 2 hours.
At 250 degrees.
Okay. Set your temps to 250.
See them they're nice and tight like.
Oh yeah, that's wrapped tight like a Christmas present right there.
Put it right there.
Okay.
Set it up to 250.
We got
It's
that.
going to take a little bit for the temperature to climb, but until then, 2 hours. No touch.
Don't touch it, set it and forget it.
Last hour, 250. We'll go ahead and let some of this juice drain out of these.
Perforate the tin foil or fork.
That way you don't make them now.
Let it drain out.
Pull one off here.
That is steaming.
Got a little pork loin on there.
Look at that. Look at it. There's all that butter from earlier.
All that butter's now going to be gone.
Melted away.
These ribs are actually pretty tender, so
Yeah, you're starting to fall apart there.
yeah, you're going to have that.
So with the final phase of the 3-2-1 ribs, we're going to pull them out of the tin foil. And they're going to cook naked on the grill again.
Let them cook naked for another hour or what have you. Pretty
Like
careful with them though.
Yeah, they've set up pretty nicely.
Pretty tender.
If you think they're tender now, just wait until the final phase when we pull them off in an hour.
Put them on there. We go ahead and stick that loin right there in the middle.
Back in the middle there. And we still got our beer can
In there for moisture.
providing succulence.
So we got another hour. actually about 45 minutes, we're going to come out. We're going to go ahead and put some sauce on them.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do one spicy, one regular. Other than that, until you get done, we'll come back out. I'll baste these up a little bit in the meantime, but really don't want to touch them for another hour.
Just gonna let them do their thing.
Let them do their thing.
We are in our final phase, the sauce phase.
2 different kinds of ribs here. First one's gonna be a hot,
It's kind of homemade.
brewed up by yours truly.
1.4 million Scoville unit ghost pepper mixed in with some barbecue sauce.
Just gotta remember which ones are which.
Do the spicy on the back rack. What we did was put that pepper in about a day early, let it emulsify in the barbecue sauce, cooked it a couple times, and let it cool.
Oopsie daisy. Carried away there.
We'll get it all sauced up. Liberal amount.
All that on that.
Sweet and zesty barbecue sauce on the front rack.
Just for the women.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll finish up the rest where they don't eat.
Super Bowl Sunday, we're here to chow down though.
And it's not going to be long.
Nope. We're gonna let these glaze for what, 15, 20 minutes?
15, 20. 15, 20.
Let it set up. We're still cooking about 250 degrees.
Yep, it's been on for an hour out of the tin foil. Just want to make sure you get it on there good.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care about the bottoms really.
Nope.
Those are looking pretty healthy. So we're going to let that just go for a little bit longer here.
You're gonna glaze up, and then they're gonna be pull off the bone tender. All right.
There we are.
Take a look at them.
3, 2, 1s.
3, 2, 1 ribs.
3 hours smoke, 2 hours in foil, 250, 1 hour, 250. And I'm not even gonna advise, I mean, that's
Oh man.
how tender they are. I mean, there's really no screwing it up. I mean, look at that.
They just pull apart.
Yeah,
you can't even handle them.
Falling apart, just trying to get them on the tray.
Yep.
That's unspicy. We got this bad boy.
Got our pork loin, marinated in apple bourbon.
And we got this boy. We're just gonna. Oop! It's falling apart on me. Yeah.
It's ghost pepper barbecue sauce.
I can't even lift it off there, Deeds. To be honest with you.
We'll get it. There we go. Getting there. Getting there.
And we got it.
Perfect.
We got it on there. That is your introductory to the 3, 2, 1s.
Take it inside and pull them apart.
Courtesy of Traeger Grills. That's where I got the recipe. We're going to go inside and let these set up just a minute. Then we're going to cut them up and we'll show you another. Just cutting up the 3, 2, 1s. Now, this is a pretty sharp knife.
This goes through it like butter.
I mean, they're falling apart as fast as I can cut them up. So, I'd love to keep the video going, but
Look at that.
it's time for us to enjoy our Super Bowl party.
Mm-hmm. We hope you enjoy yours.
I hope you enjoy yours. Tune in for more Traeger Girls Gone Wild.
Girls Gone Wild.